Man, I forgot what I'm doing. Shalom, shalom, brothers and sisters. Welcome back to Rooted in Hebrew. My name is Mike. We're going to try to discuss being rooted in, the business atmosphere of being here in Africa. Now, for us to come and so that, brothers and sisters, I don't know. This computer, I tell you, it seems like it has its own mind at times. Let's see, boom. And I want to talk about the things I have learned since I've been here. I have Sister Waters. She's working on my flight plans and things, and it seems like they're frustrating her and things. But she's working on it, trying to get things together for my return flight and change of schedule. But since I've been here, and listening to some of our. You gotta be joking me. I hope this thing don't start doing that. But since I've been here, Shalom, Sister Linda. Since I've been here, there's a lot of things I learned, a lot of things I noticed about starting a business, maintaining a business, and being in business. It's the being in business is going to help you maintain your business. When you're talking about doing business here, and if you talk to any other brother or sister here that has a business, you will always hear you will have to find somebody, you're gonna have to find a Tanzanian that you can trust to speak up for you. You're gonna have to. That's one thing we learned here. I mean, at least I have learned that. And I've been reaching out to different brothers, and I met a lot of different brothers too. Now, don't get me wrong. I have ran up on some, not too sad, not too good people. They all about that. They're about that money, and they really, truthfully, do not care how they need to get it. Lie, cheat, or steal. It's gonna be at their will. And but just doing business here, and the people that I have ran into, it's a very that's the best way to go. That's what I would say. Because if you find that one person that's gonna be in your corner, they're gonna make sure things get done. And I ran into I ran into quite a few brothers like that's ready to work, put the work in and things of that nature. But now, mind you, doing business here, you got to have a Tanzanian on your business. The only thing I don't like about it, they own 51% of your company. So now, if you can go about superseding that, of course, Shalom, Sister Patricia, yeah. So be it. I mean, if you can get around that legally, yeah. But you still gonna need that. You gonna still need that interpreter to talk to these politicians or government workers. You're going to need that. So if you're ever thinking about doing any business here, those are the things you're going to need in order for your business to get started and to remain successful. And one thing else about it, you will always have a person that's going to know your business and will send you business, but he gonna charge you about 10% of your job. Now, and that's something you may have to look at, because Me, myself, if he bringing in business, I don't have a problem with that. I call him a salesperson. That's what I would call him. But if you don't, I'm telling you right now, for what I've seen some African Americans come over here and thinking they can bypass that rule. They ain't doing not one thin dime of work here. Not one thin dime. So there's a system that is already, there's a system that's in place. So it's not that we go come here and think we're going to supersede what they got in place. Maybe over time, and it's going to be about, I would say, the Most High's doing. But until then, the same thing happened in the United States. We call those crooks. No, they do the same thing. They just call them salespersons. That's it. That's all they do. You call them salespersons. Here, not so much. They call them crooks. What else? Paying a bribe. That's how they label them. But truthfully, when it's all over said and done, they're a salesperson. But this is what the world got to put upon a person that shares our color. They got to man you down. They got to make you feel low. And unfortunately, a lot of our brothers and sisters fit into it. They fit into it. Oh, there's so much corruption going on. There's so much corruption going on in all on this planet. That's the truth about it. We just can't be looking at Africa and say, oh, they're just full of corruption and so on, so on, so on, so on. Yeah, but they just blatant with it. There's no, they don't dress it up. They do not dress up their corruption. They get up out the bed, and whatever you see when they get out the bed and what they smell like, that's what you're going to get. That's exactly what you're going to get. And so, staying within their rules, as long as legal, it's going to be a necessity for brothers and sisters to successfully, and it is just not here in Tanzania. That's pretty much across the board. That is pretty much across the board. And there will be a measure of respect that needs to come with coming here and doing business. There's a measure of respect. I mean, and I'm gonna tell you who show the best respect and the most disrespect. And this is what I have seen. Gentiles. They will come here. Oh, really? I mean, talk, make them feel like they're $1 million. Make them feel like, hey, I'm one of you. He say, give me 5,000 for this thing, and no good what the thing costs 1,000 shillings. But the Gentile knows it. But this is how you feed people in. Give him, matter of fact, give him 10. Oh, he go think the world of you now. That's the pimp game in motion. So now they come off with a very heartwarming story or facade. That's what they do. But once they get in, things start to change. They start to show their disrespect to the brothers. This is what I see about Gentiles now. They will bring you in, lovey-dovey you up. And then the moment you thinking everything is copacetic, they bring that beast out. They bring that beast out. That's what they do. And for a lot of you brothers and sisters, the traveling, what do they call it, business? The business where you can, a travel agency, that's what it is, a travel agency. Go on YouTube, look them up. Just type in travel agency for all of Africa. Guess who will be the number one person on the front of their banner? It's going to be our sisters, the majority of them. And the person that going to own their company is going to be some Gentiles. They're letting you know exactly what they're about. But it's not so much out there like that. But for the ones that can read in between the lines, they know exactly what they're walking into. They know exactly the business that they need to get into. I seen some Gentiles get on YouTube and make plumb fools of our brothers. But come off talking about, oh, she's my friend, she's my friend, my friend, my friend. And he throwing an arm around her, and then she moves closer to him. Never met the man. But this is what I've seen, brother, since I've been here. Yes, they can't. This is one of the reasons I would say this. One of the reasons why they do not want you, African Americans, or anybody that look like us. This is the reason why they do not want you back on this continent, because they know for a fact you're going to stir up some things that they do not want to be disturbed. And when I say they, I'm talking about across the board when it comes to the Gentiles. The Chinese, Asian, Chinese, or it says Asian, Arabs, all of them the same. I was staying at this hotel, and so me and this other brother, we was talking about business, and we was talking about how can we do business from Morogoro, because we had to go there and do. I had to go there. Well, we went there to do a survey. Went there to do a survey. Got back to the hotel. We sitting there getting us something to eat. Shalom, Sister Van P. So we went up to the ninth floor to get us something to eat. And so there was this Arab guy, and there was his sister. So we sitting down, we eating. Well, now we ordering our food first. But the sister, she kept on looking at me and this other brother. And he said, Mike, you know this sister? I was like, man, I'm from Chicago. How do I want to know somebody here? And he's like, why she keep on looking at me? I said, I don't know. But so what happened, the Arab guy gets up. She gets up. They leave. So then 15 minutes later, she come back with a thinner sister. A lot younger. She's about 16, 17 years old. But he had his arm all around on this little young sister. The thing that did not sit right with me, and see, this is that blatant disrespect I'm talking about. He takes his hand and he cuffs this little girl's breast. So I'm like looking around at the bartender. I'm looking around, at the waitress and everything, and they just drop their head. And so I'm saying to the brother, his name's Lawrence. I'm like, bro, I'm like, nigga, what's going on? He said, man, they some very disrespectful people. They don't care who sees. They do not care who they see. So we eating our food, minding our business. So they get up and they leave. But the older girl, she comes back, the original girl, and she comes to the table and everything. She said, hey, my name's so and so, so and so, so and so. And man, and Lawrence is like, he had a disposition on his face that was like, you can read what's going on in my family, in my mind. And so I said, all right, my name is Mike, and so and so, so and so. And then she would talk about, yes, I have clients in Dubai. I bit my tongue. That's what I did. I bit my tongue because I was about to say something else. So I like, sis, and that's what I said, sis. Who is he? Who's a younger sister? Oh, that's my sister. I said, you got your sister with this guy? Oh yeah, she know what to do. I, this is some blatant stuff. Blatant. She wants to be a soccer player. I mean, don't get me wrong. She's standing up, whatever the situation may be, young and all that stuff. And I'm like, but you do know you messing up this child's life. And so the sister sat down. She said, my parents both are dead. I started doing this. I would take that shit. She said she was very young. And she said this is all she know to take care of her two kids, plus her sister. So we having a conversation of both of us, me, Lawrence, and his sister here. And so it got to a point where there was no headway made, truthfully. And so what it was, and I did not know this. Once she left, Lawrence told me, Mike, no, she's trying to have you as a client. I'm like, no, man, she's not living. So the bartender and the manager knew who to get in contact with. And he was the pimp. But when he seen me, he said, Mike, I said, hey, what's going on, bro? Boom. I did not know he was coming there to talk to me. I did not know that he was coming there to talk to me. And I said, what's going on, Frank? He said, nothing, bro. He said, man, but I'm coming down here to apologize. And I'm like, about what, Frank? One of the girls, man, I told her, that she was out of bounds. I'm like, who are you talking about, bro? The lady so and so came and said, saying you and some other guy? I said, yeah, Lawrence. I said, and she had her sister. I said, yeah. Oh, she works for me. I could have fell out my seat. So when he said that to me, I'm like, man, you for real? I'm saying it to myself. So the next day came, and so I went back to Frank. We got that. We had that. We can have a verbal conversation. And I said, bro, how many kids you got, Frank? He said, 2, man. He said, Mike, I think I know what you're about to say. He said, I've been thinking about the same thing. I was thinking, what have some dude come in and get inside my little girl's ear and turn her out? I said, exactly, bro. That's what I was going to talk to you about. I said, because whatever you're sowing, you're going to reap it. And that's what I was telling him. That's the reason why I say stay rooted. Because once he really made his mind up to do that, that's when you get your success. But right now, he's caught in between the money and doing what's right. Right now, he's not rooted. He's not rooted at all. And the same thing is happening whether you go do business or whether you go be for worship. It's the depth of your roots that's going to determine your success. Off the top, if your roots are not going deep, you're gonna get malnourished. But if your roots are going deep and you're taking in all the needed nutrients, you're going to flourish. Whether it's religiously or worship wise, or it's going to be business wise, you're going to succeed. Shalom, Brother Ricky. You're going to succeed. You got to be rooted. And unfortunately, that root goes both ways. They can go towards the wicked too. The wicked can go, they can take their roots so deep to talk about repentance. It's almost off the table. Shalom, Sister Pixie does. Shalom, Sister Monica. It all depends on where you want your roots to go. Staying rooted and going deep into your roots. That's going to determine the success of your business and your success in your worship to the Most High. No matter how you see it. And especially if your roots are being nurtured and fertilized by those laws. If it's not, you're a dead plant. So eventually you're going to start to wither, you're going to get dehydrated, till leaves start falling off, and you just crumble. But I was talking back and forth with this brother for a moment. Because, as a matter of fact, I was just talking to another brother today. And he said, man, Mike, this is what we need to do as a people. He said, just earlier today, I needed to go to the store. And it's right up the street. Right up the street. To show you how, yeah, Frank, yeah, he is a pimp. And he says, it ain't funny either. He has a lot of women. When everything is on the phone now. And see that he said, you know, one thing I will say this now. He told me how he find these girls. It's these women that's always on, want to take a picture. They beautiful and everything. And so, you know, they want the world to see their beauty. He said those are the ones you go after because they lack self-confidence. This is what he said. He said, I don't care how beautiful they are. They lack self-confidence. He said, that's the theory of a pimp. He said, they may come off talking all strong and everything, but you keep talking to them. You keep talking to them. You keep on flashing something in front of their face till eventually they buckle. Whew. But you brothers and sisters understand one thing I just said. You see how deep his roots goes in just to pull a person out. Just to pull a person out. They'll go in deep, they'll look at you, hear what you got to say, and they know for a fact that you lack self-confidence. But I was talking to him for a moment, and I was like, bruh, you don't want this happening to your daughter. He said, man, Mike, that's what been, you know, it's been bothering my conscience for a moment now. You know, I got my wife, you know, and things of that nature. Now, he's a manager too. He's a manager for, you know, a major hotel. He's making money already, but he make more money this way. Brothers and sisters, the roots. Know your roots are being planted in and where they're going. You're the only one can feel your feet. You can feel your toes. Know exactly what you are intending on doing and things of that nature and stand rooted in it. Because you're doing business, and especially with this awakening, the blessings comes from when those laws are surrounded by your business. And I mean, even if it's just your daily routine, there's a measure of the depth of how your roots needs to go and where they need to go and how you fertilize them, where you getting your nutrients from. So I mean, some people get their nutrients from the world, period. They get their nutrients from the world. And we know exactly what this will be about. Let's just deal with some of them. Let's go with the musical artists. Now, do you not see what's happening now? You know, they get deep into the music business or music, movies, or whatever. They get deep and deep into it. Now, have you brothers and sisters been noticing how the devil has been throwing their, we gonna call it business, throwing their business into the streets now? But they went deep into the business. They started making money. They started making movies, but they got deeper and deeper and deeper into it. Well, some of them find it difficult to come out of it. You got to know your roots are going. You got to know your roots are going. Because if you don't, and they come back and throw your life in front of your face, now you may think you may have done something totally private. If you're in that music business, you better trust and believe somebody had a camera on you, and then they go hold on to it to that right time, just in case you act a fool. Oh, hold on now, pimp. That woman you thought name is Monica. His real name is Miguel. Yeah. See that? No, Hollywood is it's a beast. It's a literal beast. Your roots, brothers. It's going to be your roots and how and where your roots are going. Where are your roots planted? You got people out here that say, well, I really love the music bit. I just want to be in the music bit. And you keep on throwing all of that out into the air. And the devil's he's going to suck it up. Oh, that you want to be into the music business, huh? Okay. You know what? Ooh, brother, that's a demonic thing to be into. Period. If you only knew some of the stories that some people went through just to get in front of a camera, what they had to give up. I mean, I'm quite sure a lot of you brothers and sisters know. I'm quite sure a lot of you know. Some of them find themselves out there paying homage to the demons. It's your roots. It's where you want to go. Your roots is over here in Hollywood. You going down. You getting planted in the wrong thing. You go get fed. You will get fed by demons. So knowing where your roots are being planted in, that's going to mean your life. Now you may have a life over here, but trust and believe. There's a lot of footnotes to that particular demonic life off the top. And you're right, Sister Monica. Their souls, and that is absolutely literal. You're not speaking in spiritual terms. No, I'm telling you, knowing where your roots and where you want to plant your roots, in order for you to continue to grow, you have to be on top of your game. And even if you wake up, I'm Israel, I'm gonna plant my roots over here with the rest of these Israelites. You still have to be shrewd. Because the one you may be planting to, maybe a person that's his thinking, look, I don't believe in Yahushua HaMashiach. No. I don't think, yeah, he may have existed, but I do not believe that is the Most High Son. You see what I'm talking about? You got to know when you're putting your roots down into. What's the type of soil am I literally leaving my life, planting my life into? Because you got people out here, like I said now, they literally see the writing on the wall. No, but I still like I like the finer things in life. I mean, and things, and they walk right into it and plant their foot into it, live by it. They die by it or their family members die by it. Because yes, in Hollywood, there are some sacrifices that has been made of family members. Let's not get it twisted. We probably never heard of it, and we go back. If we go back 20 and 30 years ago, yeah, people want to, But now, yeah, they believe in it now. You mean to tell me you sacrifice? Yeah, I sacrificed my own mother. Oh my, yeah, I sacrificed my own child just to get into this particular clique over here. Brothers and sisters, can you all see what's happening in the system we're living in now? Do y'all not see the devil is just standing up, walking about? Seriously, this is what's happening. He's showing himself, and he flat out don't care who sees him. He can come out red with tattoos all over his face and horns and everything. It's getting to the point where people will walk up to him. Hey, how you doing? My name is so. I know who you are. You don't need no introduction. They know he's the devil. This is where we at, brothers. They walking. This was happening. This root, this plant that, oh my goodness, brothers and sisters, no, I'm telling you, this is not that time to be messing around with your life or the life of your family. This is not that time. We seeing things. They've been, when I say the blatancy, let's go back 30 years ago. You didn't see that too much. You didn't. And if you did see it, trust and believe, they had it kind of painted in a totally different way, where you can see something and it passes about so quickly till you just like forget it. But now the devil has said, taking the slow motion, move real slow, so they can see everything about me. That's what he's doing. He literally slowing things down for you to recognize I'm that big pimp. That's all he's saying. Woo. This stuff is, when I say it, this is demonic level 99.9. And it's as if it doesn't faze us, because we've been around this so long. It's been around us so long, more so blatantly. But now, as time went on, they just, gradually brought it into the forefront. That's all they did. Back in the days, you had to rent movies that you could not see on TV. The devil said, you know what? Take it off of VHS, take it off of DVD, throw it on the internet. All these kids got phones. Yeah, that's what we going after. And matter of fact, show them Lot's world. Bring them in by means of Lot's world. Tell them, be happy in your skin. Be who you feel you are. This is what the demons are saying. Mainstream. The demons are saying this stuff. And so now, do you see what's happening, brothers and sisters, when I say the planting of your roots and where it needs to go? That is where you talk about planting, that's what mean your life. Yeah, you may have to walk around holding your roots and look around and say, this is like a good place. And you're doing your test, you're doing your survey to make sure that this soil here is good. It's based upon some good things. It's based upon scriptures. Boom. So you go all in. And you get kind of weary of neighbors who come by, because now you don't know what they're thinking. And if you do get that neighbor who may be twisting in their thinking, then you just said, let me stay focused. Let me stay focused. I was here first. I believe in the most, and I'm going to keep on standing. Keep on. I'm going to stay in His Word. That's where your risk will come from. That's where the depth. That's where the health comes from, brothers. This is whether it's your business or your worship. It's going to end up being the same thing. It's going to end up being in the same direction. It's going to end up being up under the same judgment. We could talk about business till we blue in the face. We could talk about the Most High until we blue in the face. But when it's all over said and done, you and your roots go stand before the Most High. When it's all over said and done. So knowing where you want to go, knowing where you want to go and where you want to be, that is because it's a necessity. Because that free will that we have, whether you want to start a business in Africa, Asia, that's going to end up being your free will. Make the best of your free will, your choice. Because see, your choice can either make you or it can break you. One or the other is going to happen. One or the other is going to happen. And that's all we are. We're given. We're given a free will. Now, if you want to go out there, just truthfully, any individual, you can say, I want to go to Hollywood. And for the vast majority of people kind of frown up at Hollywood because no matter how you look at it, everybody says, no, it's a whole lot of dirt that comes. There's a whole lot of dirt in Hollywood. There's a whole lot of dirt. And that's what people look at. And you can say that I want to make a difference in politics. Okay. You know what? I want to be a movie star. Okay. Movies, music, politics. That within itself is the devil's playground. I don't care how meaningful you want to be. You're not going to go into his den and think you're going to clean anything up. That's where his roots are at. And his roots are strong. You will have to respect the devil and get your things and get up out of there if that's what you want to do. But if you don't, your roots are planted with him. I don't care how you look at it. Now we seen some. I have seen some movie stars say now they have to get away. They said no. When they seen the writing on the wall, it wasn't as if they needed like 20 years to do what they needed to do to get out. No, they jumped camp real quick. They got up out of there. Those that did not, they suffered. They suffered. They got their business out there in the streets. And they have their kids walking around talking about you was born a male child. Now you some type of other child. Hollywood make them feel so free. Oh, oh my goodness. I don't know if y'all have seen this one here. And this is where you're talking about where your roots have been planted at. Sade had one of the most beautiful daughters. But with this system, she's able to change that. She can go contrary to nature. It's her free will. It's her free will. Now, this is one thing about free will now. Let's not misunderstand this about free will. And when it comes to judgment, you're going to be respected for your decision. That's coming from the Most High. You're going to be respected off the top. You're going to be respected for it. But on the other hand, and this is where we fall short, we do not want to respect the person who created, who gave us free will, who gave us the ability to inhale and exhale. So now, you don't want to respect the person who's giving you life, but you want to be able to do your own thing. But listen, no, I am the life. You chose what you want. I said, in my rules and regulations, these people don't, they don't fall up under my life-giving breath. We don't want to respect that though. We want to be respected for what we want, what we think and feel that we can do without any type of repercussions. That's what I ain't gonna say we. Let me get, I need to get that nonsense out of my mouth. They think they can do and keep it moving. Hollywood has put off it gave them an unrestraint. There's no restraint. Sin. Go all in if you want to. And that's what the world is saying. That's what the world is doing. They telling you, plant your roots in Hollywood. Plant your roots in my system. The Most High is saying, look at, choose for yourself life that you may continue to live. Over here, you dead as a doorknob. He's putting it before our faces. However you want to put your roots, and where you want to put your roots, you're going to be respected for it. But trust and believe, those roots will be pulled up. All the oxygen in that ground is coming out. That's it. Shalom, Sister Kathy. That's what's going to happen. Being very cautious of your roots and where you want to plant them. It all starts in the mind. It all starts in the mind. And I mean, truthfully, the mind and the eyes. And what did the world do? They brought it to the TV. They brought it to the radios. And so what we see is how people react now. And what they see is what they want. This is where we at. This knowing, having that free will, and to say, hey, I want to do this here. And truthfully, when you look at brothers, they seen with their roots needed to be planted. That's one thing they did. With that awakening, yes. They knew exactly where their roots needed to be planted. And a lot of them did it. They said, oh no, these laws are not done away with. We have a weekly Shabbat that we got to uphold to. A lot of brothers jump right on into it. The laws also said about these feast days. A lot of brothers jumped on into it. All they're doing is taking their roots. Let's just say it started with, let's just say the root started just with the awakening. You find out from a scriptural standpoint who you are. Because oh, wait a minute. I have all of those type of curses laced all over my body. That's one. That's that root. That scripture, that scripture in Deuteronomy 28 or any other scripture. Yes, that has laced your heart. That's that root. So that right there already took root. So now you ready to go to the ground. You're looking at the scripture, say, hey, wait a minute. We got the Shabbat. Oh, wait a minute, this law is not done away with. This law is not done away with. So this is not. You're starting to get into all of them. Takes time, but you putting your roots back into the scriptures. That's what you're doing. That's what you chose to do. You was led to do that. You was called by the Most High to wake up. That's that one root. And from there, with that awakening, that's all it took was that awakening. That's all it did. The rest of it is upon you. The Most High will wake you up. You got the root. You got the root. I gave you that first stem of root. Where do you want to plant it at? Where do you want to plant this, your roots, in order for you to grow? And a lot of you brothers did it. Yeah, you went into the, you start looking at those scriptures. This is what I got to do. Hey, we got to do this here. We're supposed to be doing this here. And eventually it comes into you. And you're starting to notice your roots are spreading out, getting strong. And on top of that, you still have disagreement with your brothers and sisters, but yet and still, you still got your roots are still growing because you know what, me and this brother, we did have some, we had some heated discussion, but I'm not going to gossip about this brother because I know how the Most High hates contention. Boom, that root, it grows bigger because he chose to abide by the rules and regulation of the Most High. I tell you, that's when your roots go. Your business, your roots will grow. No matter what you do in your life, if it's based upon those laws, you're going to grow. Those roots are going to grow. And you're going to have mishaps. You're going to have mishap with your brothers and sisters. Off the top, remember, hang that up. It's going to happen. The thing about it is how you respond to it. How you respond to it. When brothers start to look into doing business on this continent, that's one of the things that will be my suggestion. It's always to move in a way that is based on law. Based on law. That's when your growth is going to come about. And let's just say you're a brother or sister that you get into agriculture. Shalom, brother Robert, and you want to grow this and grow that and things of that nature. Yeah. But how does the law affect your what you're doing for that particular business? It affects it this way because after the 7th year, that land's supposed to rest. On the 7th year, that land's supposed to rest. You're not supposed to do anything. You can't even fertilize the land. You just cannot. By biblical law, you're not supposed to touch that land. As to getting it prepped for another season or whatever, they're supposed to sit there for a year. But that's how, being obedient, that's how you grow. That's how you grow. But now, if you're a person, let's just say you into the farming business. Now, when you got this here started, and you have your date, this the day I started it, and your 7th year came, or your 7 years approaching. But now you started this here because that first seed you put there, you start that date. You start that date. Now, boom, and then you may have another patch of land over here. And this is just something for the future reference when we get into it, because we're going to get into it. Wait a year. If you got 2 or 3 lots, let's just say 4 lots of land. You have 4 lots of land. You already got this one here started. And let's say you're sitting on an acre. All right, fine. Before you start doing this one here, let's get a year in on this particular land. All right, you got a year started here. Now, maybe you got this here started. A year later, you start this land. A year later, you start that land. A year later, you start that land. Year 7, this one is resting. This is year 6 over here. You still can grow and do whatever you need to do over here. That's what you can do. Well, now when year 7 comes with this land is done with this Sabbath year. So you can start back on this here land right here. What I'm saying is, brother, let's just use forethought. This is what the Most High says about land, and when that land needs to rest. It's not advantageous for us to start all 4 lots at the same time, because you're gonna starve. You're gonna starve. It's all about using common sense. All right, we got this. Let's start right here first. Hold off on this for a year. We get this one growing. Then once this starts to grow, a year later, a year after this start, we start over here, and, and so forth, and so forth, so that we don't starve ourselves out because we will obey the laws. That's a business-minded line of thinking. Is to put yourself in the best position, but yet and still do not sin. Do not come against the Most High's laws. That's your roots. Those are your roots. And that's the way I see it, brothers and sisters. We're getting to that point now. We're seeing what's going on in the world. I was looking through some things that's going on. You have the what do you call those things? The drones. And people right here talking, they kind of concerned. The government don't know what it is. All right. I don't believe that. Now let's just say for the sake of argument that some of them are not. Let's just, well, the government lies so much, you don't know whether they lying or telling the truth. When they say we don't know what it is, you kind of, wait a minute, you have a habit of lying. Now, why in the world should I believe you? So now you can, it's like we don't know what it is. You're like, it's like whatever. And so that's where people are at now. Shalom's just in pursuit. Frigid, 8 degrees. Where you at, sister? In pursuit was 8 degrees. That sounds like Chicago. But these days and things what we're seeing, they're made. Oh shoot! Good night, sister. South Bend. Yeah, you right next door to Chicago. Yeah. Yeah, you freezing. You freezing, sis. But we're seeing things, brothers and sisters, and we are witnessing things. We're witnessing a lot of things, and it's like this planting our roots. It's a very serious thing to take into heart. Take to heart. You got these. They supposed like it's like they saying these drones supposed to be like the size of a small car and things. But I'm like, who's that talking about that? I think it was Sister E. And she said, why do these things always come up at night? Why not during the daytime? They want to have their lights on them and everything. Why at night? And it seemed like New Jersey is the place to be, because I haven't truthfully heard anyone say that they seen a drone somewhere else. And all of these supposedly creatures that people claiming that they're seeing. Now, I'm not saying that they're lying either. Now, that's not. I'm not even trying to hint in that direction as if they're lying. It would appear to me, I have not heard any other person or heard from any other country saying they seen a strange creature. except for the United States. It seems like the United States is top dog. And if the United States is that top dog for everything to be showing up in things, well, brothers and sisters, there might be some truth to some of these sightings or seeing shadowy type like images of a person walking. There may be some truth to that. Who's that sister that said yesterday? I think it was a sister Linda Cross. She said that the things in the darkness, what was done in the darkness shall come to the light. Yeah, that's where we are, brothers. My thing is this: while the darkness is being unveiled, get your roots in that ground and go deep within the Most High, because that's where your life is going to be, and that's when you get your roots planted. I don't care what you're going to see. You got your roots planted in the Most High know exactly how to save His people. He don't need no coach on that. He don't need no suggestions. He knows exactly. Let's just do it this way, because sometimes we can think that that's far-fetched. No, I don't cut off the Most High. I try to stay away from cutting off the Most High's hand. If it got to a point where you're a brother and these people got you on a skyscraper, if you don't denounce the Most High, we will throw you off this building. And you refuse to open up your mouth. And now you on the edge of a building. Oh, I was on the ceiling of the Trump Towers. Oh, let me tell you something. And it's very windy up there. And I was up there to change out the camera. And they had the camera on the edge of the building. In my mind, I'm saying, please. This ain't gonna happen with me. They said, you got a safety belt? Safety belt, man. I said, look here. This thing is on the edge of a building. And when I say the edge of the building, brother, there was no bars or nothing over there for me to feel some type of security. It was just like, if you go over the edge, you over, no, not living. No. And so I'm like, I know these people knew that this camera was on the edge of this building. The Trump, I don't know how many floors the Trump Tower has. All I know, I was too high and I was able to see into the suburbs. And it was windy up there. I got on the phone and I called the company. I said, look at, you probably want to get the person who installed this to come in there and check this out. I said, my conscience is bothering me. You know what? I went into a true life story. Let me go back to the example. So anyway, they telling this man, but he's resolved in his heart. Well, if I gotta go, I gotta go. And that was his mentality. They toss him over. And brother, when I say I try my best not to sit here and cut off the Most High's hands, I mean that. And I think that we should be doing the same thing. Because in our mind, they threw this brothers over the edge of the building. If the Most High deem it necessary that man floats all the way down, he's going to float all the way down to that ground and have a very comfortable landing on his feet. That's the Most High's doing. If the Most High deemed it, give him a pair of wings. Matter of fact, send my angels and take them back down to the ground. Matter of fact, throw the other two over and let him walk back down the steps. The Most High knows exactly how to save his people, brothers. Even things that we may be used to, they said it may defy gravity or whatever, so be it. The Most High can do that. If he just said, this man, he said, don't you fear, just walk on back down the ground. I'm gonna give you that ability to do just that. Let's not cut the most hands short. Let's not sit here and think that, oh, he won't do this, he won't do that. The moment you start telling what the Most High won't, will, and will not do, you may be cutting your faith a tad bit short. You may be cutting it a tad bit short. The Most High choose to be and choose to do what he needed to get done for his glory. But what happened if you get MFG, brother? Where you been hiding at? Shalom. We have some true to life stories on that also, brothers. Because trust and believe. The reason why I say this is because we're about to step into these things. We're about to be put in front of some dangerous positions. We're about to be. We are. What happened if you take whatever. That's a true life story. You had Daniel's friends that was thrown into the fire. See, we know what fire does to us. We do. Well, wait a minute, brother. You said you've been busy with work. Your last week coming up. Okay. Oh, hey, brother, you getting ready to leave the U.S.? Where you coming to? You coming to Tanzania? You coming to where you going to? And so we seen this. We have this stuff in the Bible. We know that what fire does to us. But we also have a promise from the Most High when that time do come. He said that through all the flaming fires and everything, you will not be scorched. Tanzania, okay. When you supposed to be here, brother? So we have the promise from the Most High. But my encouragement is this, brothers and sisters, let's not cut his hands short. Things that we know for a fact, this is what happened if you throw this into fire, it burns. That's what it does. We know these things. But having faith in the Most High is priceless. Oh, in 3 weeks? Okay. I got you. And that's the thing. 3 weeks. I hope to be back, brother. I'm thinking more 3 weeks, 4 weeks. I'm hoping. And we already got. Well, at least my sister, she's getting things set up in Arkansas for the stuff that I need to get done, and I hope to be back. But brothers, the planning of our roots, that's going to determine our life. And then at the same time, we have to teach our kids the same thing. We have to teach our kids the same thing because you have an adversary who's asking you to plant your roots over here, where they're nurturing the ground or corroding the ground, rather. Because that's exactly what they're doing. They're corroding the ground with their false teaching and things of that nature. The book of Enoch is alive and kicking. It's alive and kicking today. It is. And that's the thing. Whether brothers come here to do business, link up with the brothers here. Get the information. And whatever business you're talking about getting into, now, at least I know brothers here. And I know what that brother Peter. Now, mind you, I just met that brother. He lives in Arusha. If you him and this I forgot the other brother's name, but if you want to talk about somebody that is what's the word? Exhilarated about African Americans doing business in Tanzania, I seriously believe they're going to be the ones who's going to turn the political arena around in circles because how they feel about the African Americans. Whatever those brothers are doing in Arusha is blowing their minds. They do not get involved so much with the politics here in Dar. It's like everybody stay in your place. But when the African Americans went there, and they said when an African Americans be at the restaurant, they said you will not know them until they open up their mouth. He said, except white people do. It's something about their swag or the way they carry themselves that they can detect them. And they noticed that when they some African Americans walk into a restaurant, it's like the Gentiles kind of shy away from the Africans. And they like kind of move over. Hold on for a minute, bro. Sorry about that. One of the brothers. Matter of fact, that was the brother that we was talking about land. He's going to talk to another brother right now about some land in Baramongo. That's where he's going to. Yes, he's going to talk to him about that, and he's the brother that I go to get my what you call those things my in and export papers for both sides, for agriculture and for minerals. And so he got it where the state is saying it's going to cost me like 500 USD dollars. That's how much it's going to cost. And I gave him a plan out how we need to move. Now the only thing about it is I've been warned by a lot of different brothers to keep my mouth shut as to how we need to move. So I'm gonna keep my mouth shut. But when I explained that to that brother, he said, brother, we can do that. I said, yeah, we can do it. And it's going to be done. It will be done. It's going to be done. This is not that time to be messing around, period. Although we're seeing what's going on in the world, brothers and sisters, we do. We know what's going on. We're witnessing demon activity at its highest. We're seeing that. But we must continue to put businesses in place, develop relationships, and to be about our business. That's what we need to be about. Be about our business. This is not that time for us to be caught up in some fear. Oh, this creature so and so. That's a distraction. If you thoroughly rooted into the Most High, you can't be easily shook. And if the Most High sees that you're about to be, it seems like you're being vulnerable, you're very important to him. He's going to send you aid. He's going to send a brother, sister. If the Most High got to send an angel, he's going to send an angel just to keep you on guard. You all are very important to the Most High. This group of people is doing something. I know, brother, say, here go Mike again. You want to talk about those people from the 400 thing, the 400 years? Yeah. I mean, what? I mean, the Most High, he's happy that he has the people that's showing what they wants to do for him. If given the opportunity. And the opportunity has already started. And it started with the awakening. That's what we have done. That's what we have been striving for. Like I said, we may be sitting, we may went through some things, uh, growing pains, but yet still we continue to move forward. We continue to move forward. And that's the only thing we can do right now, brothers, is keep on moving forward. Because the day is going to come. It's going to come. Where all of us will be on one continent. It's going to come. It is absolutely on the horizon. That's it, brothers and sisters. Let's just stay rooted, stay focused to our endeavors. Help out when we can help out. Pray for the brothers and sisters on a global scale. That's it. This is I was not going to, I was intending not to go too long today. Excuse me. But brothers and sisters, like I was saying, I'd like to thank you, brothers and sisters, for the donation. Sister Waters was working on the tickets. I'm gonna show you how low down these people can get. I just heard the frustration in her voice. So she's on the phone with these people. This is just to change a date. Because the way they got my date is the return is March of next year. Now, what she wanted to do was change the date. Brothers and sisters, do you know they're talking about $700 to change the date? $700 and so the sister was like, hold on. You do know that's how much the ticket cost. Yeah, I recognize that. So and so. Like, and I'm saying, I'm listening. I'm like, are you joking me? So she said, no, brother Mike, we ain't gonna fall for that one. She said, I'm gonna call back later. She said, because no, they that's crazy. But this is what this sister is doing, and this is the sister that I'm planning to interview on Zoom. Me and brother Eric. Well, I got called brother Eric, and that's what I plan on hoping on doing, because this sister, she has helped out a number of brothers and sisters that to get here and to move about on this continent. It's the waters. You run into some issues, trust and believe, they're gonna have a way for you to get out. They've been here on this continent since 2016, if I'm not mistaken. That's what she told me. And Sister Martha, you said it used to be free. Well, good night. How they jumped from free to almost $700 to change a date? I mean, I don't know. But that's the thing. Change your date and and she said, well, can we find another airport? And he was talking, that's it. I was just hearing all the frustration in the sisters here. I know this is she good at what she do. That's the reason why I called and asked her. But this is the stuff that we're going through, just to get a return trip. Now, and while she was talking to her, at first, she was about to book it. And then she said, in the middle of the conversation, it went from $260 and jumped to $600. I thought, I'm like, are you on a scam line or what? That's what we're working on, sister, right now, Sister Jones. Is the return date, and they nearby trying to get almost $1,000 to return. But when it started off at $200 and some dollars, and in the middle of the conversation, it went to $600. I'm serious. It kind of blows me. It kind of it's I'm like, I was like, now, Mm, mm. But I kid you not, I was sitting out there listening to the sister, and the sister's like, Brother Mike, no, 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 no. And so the lady on the line, she was saying, "Well, I know, yes, you're right. That is correct. This is about the." She said, "So why would I pay for another ticket and I have a ticket?" That's how the sister laid down some common sense. But then they started to frustrate her. She was doing all the talking. I was getting frustrated. I'm like, "Are you joking me? Are you joking me, brothers?" We are in a serious evil attack. I don't care how you look at it. You can, Mike, it happened. No, 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 no. Things just are just out there now. Sister, let me tell you something. And just yesterday, Sister Jones, just yesterday, the Most High reminded me of oil and prayer and everything. I was just about to get in the bed. And I was like, wait a minute. Boom, jumped up, got into my prayer, got me some olive oil, slept like a newborn baby. Slept like a newborn baby. And did the same thing this morning. It's power in prayer, brothers and sisters. The Most High is telling you who you are. If you feel that you have to get something off of you and you feel there's something that's not feeling right with you, prayer, supplication, and some olive oil. That's what it will take. And you know what? Put them to the test. Put the Most High to the test and see that He is not good. Don't take my word for it. Just do it. Even if things are going pretty good and everything is copacetic with you, still do it. Still do it. Rub down your walls of your house, in and outside, because the devil is out there. He's upset that you woke. He's upset that you are woke. If you want to stay woke, dive into prayer. Dive into it. Oil yourself down. Do what the Most High asks you to do. Anointing yourself by means of prayer and asking the Most High to remove any and everything that is unworthy away from you, because you're going to need it. The things of the system of Satan is coming down heavy, brothers. It's coming down heavy on a lot of brothers. And if you don't believe what I'm saying, when things get down so hard for you, don't forget what I said. Just go back and do it. You ain't got nothing to lose. You don't have nothing to lose if you get down that low. Then you go recognize how the Most High go to stand you up. And on that note, brothers and sisters, you all be safe out there. Keep your head on a swivel. Always pray for your brothers and sisters. Until tomorrow, y'all willing, I will talk to you then. Shalom.